Hello. All right, the mic's working. Everything seems okay. Alrighty. Hit that button. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Just to give everyone a heads up, any follows, subs, and anything else that's going to be popping up will be played at the end of the stream rather than midway through. I do have the alerts and everything on pause, so yeah. So I'll go ahead and give thanks at the end of this stream and so forth. So that way it doesn't interrupt the casting and so forth, because my brain likes to get distracted a lot. But anywho's, let's see. Oh, hold on. I was just talking to one of the players. And yeah, I do have to say the bot that I have running is quite aggressive. So just try to keep the messages as normal as possible. Don't try to put too many caps in the message, and don't put too many emotes or exclamation marks, stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I still haven't. I keep telling myself that I need to fix it, and I keep forgetting to fix it. So each time I see something pop up, it's just like, oh yeah, should probably get to that eventually. So my apologies. Oh, I should probably close this. Don't need that. Anywho, so I was just getting a message from one of the players and everything, and they said that they were flipping coin to figure out what's going on. I believe they went ahead and popped on in. Oh, no problem. Alrighty. Now remember, just to give you guys a heads up, I am not in the lobby or anything, so there is already a delay, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and close this out just in case. Anyways, excuse me. So, give you guys a heads up on what is going on around in the world of the Dota 2 scene. Let's see. Well, tonight we have, on the menu at least, a series between Does This Game Have Fall Damage and Pot of Greed. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, it should be a best of 3 series, the whole entire shebang. Let's see what else. The last time I talked to you all, I was hyping up the series between Arkosh and 5-Man Midas, as well as, let's see here, a relatively big deciding game between Team Dogchamp and the now promoted D1 Hustlers. So D1 Hustlers did win against Team Dogchamp, which made it a lot easier for Arkosh Gaming to go ahead and take a chance at getting promoted into the first division of the NADPC. Okay. So that's pretty awesome of them. They got promoted as well because they had destiny in their hands and they were not messing around this time. They just took it to the edge and was like, we're going to win. We're taking it all. So thank you very much. Let's see here. So with that in mind and said, we have everything set up for the major. That is going to be coming up soon in about 5 to 6 days, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to be pretty hyped. It's going to be hosted by WePlay, if I'm pretty honest about that. Like, that's fracking huge. I think it's going to be very good for the Dota scene. The production from WePlay, I believe, is one of the most underrated and underappreciated in all of the Dota community. At least that's my point of view. I do feel that a lot of people will probably say I'm overstating it, but again, that's how I feel about it. They're not afraid to spend money and do what's need to be done, folks. I mean, like, they go out of their way. They make a nice set for everything that they do. Okay, especially the last few things that they've covered, like the whole entire situation with the teams from the China region. They went ahead as like, you know what, we gave them their tickets and everything, and they're not able to get over here, so screw it. We're booking a private flight and bringing everybody here to Kiev, all in the same plane. So that's pretty neat. I mean, like, I understand that a lot of orgs do everything differently, but like, to me, that's like, dude, you're taking an L there in terms of money. So, you can't blame not Kiev. You can't yell at WePlay for not stepping up, because like that was freaking huge. Let's see here. So the anime major is going to be pretty awesome in my opinion. I think the theme is going to be pretty great. I mean, like, you can't really go wrong. It's pretty cool. Think about it. Like, our whole entire community, I know, is more or less split between the anime and non-anime people. But when it's a meme-ish thing in itself, it's pretty fun. So this is gonna be a what in the world? The hell? Okie dokie. Anyways, something seems a little off. Hold on, let me go ahead and try something one more time. All right. Okay. Anyways. So, where was I talking again? I keep forgetting. But, anyways, the major's gonna be pretty hype. It's gonna be fun to watch. But, in the meantime, we have to go ahead and think about what's gonna be happening now. So if we can go ahead and have our Luma wipe, Star Wars-esque transition going, we're going to go ahead and quickly jump on into the draft that is going to be going on. And if I can go ahead and find the necessary player here to pause the music. All right, as much as I love listening to the piano, we do have the two games between Does This Game Have Fall Damage versus Pot of Greed going on. And from the looks of things, it will be a best of 3 series, if I am to be led to be correct here. And let's see. All right, so we have a few bans going out in the first phase, and we're back to the second phase of banning. Snapfire went ahead. Oops, sorry. Fall Damage went ahead and opened up with a Snapfire pick after they did a Mars and Oracle ban. In response, Pot of Greed did their Pugna and Vengeful Spirit bands, followed with the counter picks of Lich and Grimstroke, with fall damage responding as well with a Rubik. So we got a we got a very interesting setup going on right here. How would I like to explain this? So the Snapfire and Rubik combination is great for two things. You got one semi
10 seconds.
stun in Rubik, and an unreliable stun in Snapfire. The semi-stun being the telekinesis, where you go ahead and lift the player and reposition them. The Snapfire with the Fire Snap Cookie being pretty awesome. And holy cow, they went really fast with the bands here. Okay, so no PL, no Beastmaster, and no Medusa. A little surprise on the Beastmaster band there, given that he has fallen out of the meta a little bit. But not too surprised with PL and Medusa, right? So it kind of feels like they don't want to deal with illusion-based heroes, and if they did have to deal with it, they're most likely going to be looking at a few heroes, like say Earthshaker or Ember Spirit, to go ahead and deal with that. On the other side of the alley, we got Pot of Greed looking at getting rid of, surprisingly, a Leshrac, which is very much a Rob Boss hero, Drow and Death Prophet, and two other heroes that Rob Boss plays. Funny enough, which I find really interesting. So with the second phase coming in, Pot of Greed went ahead and opened it up for a puck pick, which is super popular in the meta for various reasons. One of which is that it is a super flexible hero. You can go ahead and turn it into a 3, turn it into a 4. I really don't think it's going to be either of those this game. It's most likely going to be a 2, which is going to be the mid hero. Because, like, well, I mean, you take a look at Grimstroke, you take a look at Lich, which combos in itself. You have a Brewmaster that came out for Welshi, which I'm really surprised with Axe still in the pool. Like, you can go ahead and grab him, you know, because, like, what is Nightstalker and everybody else gonna do with an axe? You know, it kind of feels like this game's tailored for him a bit. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. You know, really nice choice in the Spectre, going for the late game pick here. And I kind of feel like Fall Damage has an idea of what they want to do in terms of execution here, which is very, very oriented towards having Snapfire, Rubik, and Nightstalker rotate together as a unit and just start picking off heroes, try to give space so that way their Spectre can go ahead and farm relatively well. You can say the same thing as Pot of Greed, but the funny thing here is that because they have Puck, right, you're not so reliant on big team fighting, which I find really, really interesting given that Grimstroke is more or less tailored for a lot of team fighting, and same thing with Lich. So if you can go ahead and get the Soulbind down with the Grimstroke and follow that up with the Chain Frost from Lich, you're going to go ahead and have double Chain Frost run all over the place. So Fall Damage, you really need to focus on getting those BKBs out as soon as they possibly can on Nightstalker and anyone that's going to be following up with them. So Sven and Wraith King is taken out of the carry pool, as well as DK and TA. Not entirely sure where the TA ban comes in on this one. I do see the DK ban though as a possibility, given that DK, oddly enough, has been one of those heroes that you can go ahead and run as a 2, run as a 3, even run as a 1 in certain cases. But against a Spectre, you really don't want to have DK running as a 1 unless you tell your DK rush your Aghanims, get your BKB, get a Blade Mail, and build big damage items. And I don't see that happening against a lineup like this, given that Snapfire, Rubik, and Night Stalker can easily gank a DK who has no BKB or Mordragon's Omelette and so forth. When you take a look at the Pot of Greed lineup, it feels like I'm saying it's very flexible. It can do pickoffs. It can do team fighting. It can do a lot with these 4 heroes. This is something that kind of would make me worried if I'm fall damage. Like, what do I need here? You need a mid hero that can go ahead and be like, you know what? We may or may not need a very, very how would I put this? Tempo-based mid hero. Tiny's definitely one of those heroes that's extremely tempo-based. Like, he can go ahead and set the tone of the whole entire game. He is a very rotationally based hero. With the amount of things that he can do, he can reposition a lot of heroes with his toss. Great with the stuns and so forth. Great for picking off and doing a lot of things to go ahead and help tilt the lane back into his team's favor. Well, Pot of Greed, you gotta go ahead and try to figure out what carry you're looking for in this stage. There's a lot of options that you can go for. CK is being one of them, which I feel is relatively okay against Spectre until maybe the late game where it's kind of like 50-50-ish. And especially if you get an Aghanims on CK, it's going to be very, very detrimental towards fall damage, because it's like, okay, Spectre ults, okay, that's pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and save my teammates by doing, you know, the Reality Rift with the Aghanim Scepter. You can go ahead and get through the BKBs with the spell, what was it, the talent that goes through spell immunity with the wait, did I say Reality Rift? No, his ultimate is Phantasm. What the hell am I saying? Reality Rift is the thing that goes through the BKB with spell immunity if you get the talent there. So it's a lot of fun. Anyway, so like I'm saying, if he goes ahead and grabs an Aghanims and uses Phantasm, not Reality Rift, he can go ahead and create a lot of illusions for his teammates, which can save him in a lot of sticky situations. Or end up getting him killed, given that there is a Tiny, so he can go ahead and just toss everything back in there. Now, if you go ahead and have a Snapfire in this game, I would be looking at Snapfire for being more like a 4 than a 5. Oh, alrighty, we got a Lifestealer. Okay, so if we're going to be looking at this from a very interesting perspective. Ready? In this game, Lifestealer has a lot of choices. He really does in terms of building this hero. All right, but anyways, so let's go ahead and just sound off on the lineups real quick. So we got Icarus on the Snapfire with Doc Oz on the Tiny, who's most likely playing the mid. I'm not entirely sure. I have to double check on that. Mercury will be playing the Rubik with Red Teasy on the Spectre and Antivirus on the Night Stalker. Now, if we go ahead and sound off on the Pot of Greed lineup, we're looking at a 5 Lich and Naya with a Pot of Wrath DDX Lifestealer. I believe he is filling in for, if I am not mistaken, B-Jack Honeydew for this game. We have Grimstroke being played by Gree with Welchie on the Brewmaster, which is one of his signature heroes, by the way, and with the 2 Puck being played right by Rob Boss. Dokie. Alrighty, so the game is going to be loading up and so forth, and, you know, the whole entire shebang, whatnot. Did I even tweet out? I think I did, right? Yep, I did. Alright, so I did tweet out that the game is running and being played, so... Alright, we're going to be in for a wonderful matchup between these two teams. They are very familiar with each other because I've seen them play against each other several times for the past few seasons, and they more or less, I would like to say, have built up somewhat of a rivalry between the two. All right, let's go ahead and go there. Hit that and that. Hit this button here, and here we go.
Preparation is short. Use it wisely.
Hit that button here. Alrighty, let's look here. No smoke there. Where's the smoky smoke? No smoky. Alright, so it doesn't look like Pot of Greed is opening themselves with their patented four-man smoke gank into their enemy team. But already, Raw Boss getting pinged out from the looks of things. That he dropped the ward over here. Let's see here. 546, and I believe yeah.
That won't be a bit.
Just 30 seconds now.
Aha. All right. 531, 532. All right. So I know it seems a little odd that I'm doing this. Okay. But we do have Snapfire in the mid and Icarus. Okay. So it was not a tiny that's going to be. Or is it? Oh, interesting on the setup there.
Forget that which transpires.
All right, so Icarus is most likely playing the 5, which means that he's going to be paired up with Red Teasy. Going with a double ring of regen here. Something that you don't see that often anymore in the meta, given that there's a lot of different options you can do. Throwing down a quick ward on the side here from the side of Pot of Greed so they can go ahead and scout out Icarus and the rest of his teammates here. Okay. So this lane looks relatively a-okay, I guess you can say. Alright, but Gree has to be pushed off. Or at least back off from Icarus, given how a Blightstone and Little Shredder can annihilate him. And quickly, too. Alright, so I want to say Spectre is going to go ahead and try to take a lot of advantage of this. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. So when I mean Spectre and Red Teasy trying to take advantage of this lane, it's more along the lines of feeling staying in lane against Brewmaster. I love that.
Thanks a lot.
Oh boy. Anyways. Okay, looking at Grimstroke here. So what I'm trying to say here is, at least within the first few levels, Red Teasy should be able to go ahead and contest a lot of the lane for a lot of the CS without too much issue. And when we go ahead and take a look at mid real quick, let's see. Okay, that'll be Russian bottles. That's nothing new here whatsoever. Okay. So nothing too fancy. So between these two heroes, it's kind of who can ever find the better jump on each other in the lane. And if Doc Oz can find himself getting on top of Rob Boss after the Illusory Orb in the Waning Rift without being silenced, you know, then that's something that he's going to be able to go ahead and more or less win the lane. But he needs a lot of help to do that. So look out for some rotations from the Rubik. And honestly, I don't feel that a Rubik can go ahead and do that for him just yet. So if we go ahead and take a quick look up on the top lane here, we do have a bit of action going on. We have Naya on the side over here, not blocking, pulling the lane, so he can go ahead and keep the creepy equilibrium in his favor. A little late there. All right, Mercury trying to go ahead and block that. Oh, he was actually pulling so he can stack it. Okay, interesting. Kind of sort of helping out his own lane and as well putting it under threat for fall damage to be like, hey, let's take advantage of this. All right, time for water runes. Raw Boss was able to go ahead and grab one. All right, there's the quick combination in the toss and the avalanche. Did quite a bit of damage, but, you know, this is what happens. Doc Oss is going to be losing out on both runes and on first blood over on top lane. Oh boy. All right. So, whoopsie daisies. Telekinesis is coming out and went ahead and grabbed the last damage on Naya. But over here, Red Teasy, I thought was going to be safe and so forth, but apparently was not, given that Welshie and Gree was able to go ahead and get the kill there. And from the looks of things, it seems like Gree was able to go ahead and use his stroke of fate to grab that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that was it, maybe? No? Maybe not. Not entirely sure. Probably the Inkswell did its thing. Very interesting. So we got a little bit of T-Tours action going on. So on your left, we got a whole bunch of different kills going on. And on your right, I'm going to go ahead and distract you with my casting in the mid lane. Now, let's see here. 22-2, 18-0. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not much of a surprise here with Tiny, given that he has his Toss Avalanche combo, which can go ahead and annihilate waves fairly easy. So you can go ahead and control last hits, as well as the fact that he has a high base damage, which makes it very easy for him to go ahead and be like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and deny you this creep, so you can't really touch it. You know, 67 versus, 81, that's a big difference. Okay, now water runes are up. He's able to go ahead and refill his bottle once. All right, we're probably looking at Raw Boss thinking maybe needing to go ahead and grab something here, like right there. Oh, the avalanche was timed well, but not enough to go ahead and stop him from using the illusory orb to swap places. Over here on the bottom lane, Red Teasy, he seems to be okay with this. Like, I didn't feel like this was too much of a kill lane as long as they played passive. Well, not passive, but more along the lines of cautious. And then Red Teasy would be okay on lane. Not having to deal with a lot of contests. If you're going to allow Gree to go ahead... Oh. No. Well, she should be safe here. If you allow Gree to go ahead and pull lane, then this is going to be something that's going to be relatively difficult for Red Teasy to go ahead and contest. So we're looking at fall damage, especially Icarus, who needs to go ahead and protect his hero there. And I'm a little surprised with the Scatter Blast, but not too surprised. He is level 3. Kind of feel that maybe a Fire Snap cookie would be in order. I do feel that the Little Shredder is good for a lot of burst damage, but you're talking about a hero that has a lot of health in Welshie, like this. This would be great if you had another, if you were at level 4 with a cookie, or, 1 point in all the abilities to go ahead and actually threaten him. Right, you go ahead and tell your laning partner, hey, put yourself in a more aggressive positioning. I'm going to go ahead and take a crack at this. Throw your Spectral Dagger for the finish. I think that would work out a little bit better. You get on top of Welshie, who doesn't have a lot of armor to begin with, so Little Shredder just absolutely destroys him with 1 level. So and a Blightstone, so you don't need, at least in my opinion, you don't need a second point in it. Going to go ahead and grab a 3rd one is okay. All right. Over in the middle lane. All right. Oh. Wait, who grabbed it? Who grabbed Rune? I'm trying to figure out who grabbed Rune. I don't know. This is not good. All right. All right, they're going to go ahead and ignite on the Icarus. A lot of damage is going through. There's a Fire Snap cookie. Here comes the Inkswell to go ahead and put up the stun on everybody. In comes Raw Boss using his Waning Rift and getting the easy kill on the Snapfire. So it's, like you play aggressive against this lane, this is what's going to happen a little bit. I do understand Red Teasy trying to be that one, but unfortunately you're the Spectre. You kind of sort of need to lay back and chill. You got to have a lot of faith in your teammates to go ahead and set you up for a lot of kills. All right. Oh, we got an early rush Vanguard on the mind of Antivirus here. This is you know, something that you really do need to have in lane. 7 minutes in seems a little late, but you know, when you're building a bracer, you have the starting items that you do. It's either you try to rush for the Vanguard within the first 4 minutes, or you try to get that timing by 8-minute mark. He's not too far away here. He needs to get this lasted on the catapult. Not to mention, if you can go ahead and get a good kill on DDX here, then Antivirus will have a nice shot at getting the Vanguard on time. Throwing out the Void. Oh, Snapfire does go down. The Inkswell being used to go ahead and protect himself. So Antivirus is trying to find as much farm as he possibly can. He's 200 away or so from getting... Oh, less than that. He has 1,000 to go. Not 1,000, less than 100 to go. So this right here would be something that Antivirus probably could contest with 3 points in his queue. But I guess he's trying to look for his Vanguard at this very moment, which he's picking up right now. Over in the mid lane, I don't feel the... You know, the last hits say that Tiny's winning this. But I don't feel like he's winning this. Even though net worth says he is. The funny thing about that in my mind is it feels like a push. It really does. Because Rob Boss was able to go ahead and grab everything that he needs to do. Whereas the lane, Red TZ, it's under threat. They're going to go ahead and use the combination here from Doc Awesome and was able to go ahead and get that punish on both Welshi and Greed. And was able to go ahead and save his Spectre as well. So great rotation from Doc Awesome. I guess I have to eat crow there. I mean, like, I'm trying to say he wasn't winning his lane, and apparently he did. Even though I feel like it was a push. So no mana on Doc Awesome just yet. Need to go ahead and retreat a little bit. From the looks of things, it feels more like a rotation of like doing, you know, picking up some runes, grabbing these 2 camps on the side here. Just simple things. Keep the lane pushed out, not on his side. Puck seems to be in that... Oh boy. Really? Okay, here we go. There's going to be the primal split. They got him stunned up for a little bit. Antivirus is in a bit of threat. He needs to use his Dark Ascension to try to get out, but they got him stunned up again. They're trying to find a way to get to him, but they're unable to do so. Out comes the Han from the Spectre. It looks like Red TZ has eyes for Gree. Yeah, they got lifted up. They stunned up Welshi. The Blade Mill's being used. Robot showing up, using the Dream Coal. Has him in place more or less. In the backline, Naya's being gone on by Antivirus, and Antivirus is most likely getting him. Then he is able to do so. And they're showing up with Doc Awesome here. Finishing off everybody in the lane. It's 4-0 at this point. So... it kind of felt like everything was going well for Pot of Greed. They had a very nice opening, and let's go with everybody put their eggs in one basket kind of feel with Doc Awesome and the fall damage. They really wanted that team fight win, so they committed everything for it. So it was a really good play by fall damage. And fantastic play, actually. All right, so Lifestealer is opting for the armlet, so it feels like this is going to be the battle Lifestealer more than anything else. So keep in mind that a Desolator will more or less be the item that's going to be next against a team like this, which would be okay. You know, he does have the Orb of Corrosion. Desolator on top of Orb of Corrosion, I don't believe stacks, but at least I believe that they don't stack. Let's see here, this one. Oh wait, no, they're different. So yeah, it should stack. Yeah, it should stack. One's a Blightstone, one's the Orb of Venom. Do. Alrighty, so looking all over the place. Oh, so he is going to go for the Witchblade, opting away from the Blink Dagger. They did point out that the courier was there. They want to go ahead and try to find antivirus here. Throwing out the illusory orb. They're scouting out one TP while she's in place. He's trying to look for him, but oh, Doc Awesome using the Invis rune. He's in under the sentry. They're dropping the Dream Coil on this. They do have him silenced up quite a bit. There's the Soulbind going. Out comes the Mortimer Kisses. He's going to go ahead and try to fight back here. And is able to go ahead and get Naya to be pushed away for the moment being. Raw Boss trying to reposition himself with the illusory orb. Stolen by Mercury. Oh bye. Raw Boss is in a lot of trouble. Antivirus is right on top of him. Out comes the Chain Frost. Is only landing on one hero here. It's in Mercury. Out comes the Avalanche combo toss from Doc Awesome getting Naya. Alright, and the Fire Snap Cookie. Well, she's in a whole lot of trouble with no Primal Spirit to save. So, oh boy, Mercury being super committed and probably trying to get Rob Boss here. Rob Boss has to keep in mind that he does have Mercury on his tail. Alright, a lot of illusory orb magic going on all over the place. DDX has rotated towards mid to show some form of... Oh, never mind. Doc Awesome showing up with his combination, killing off not Naya, but Gree. Oh, lordy lord. So it kind of feels like all these deep wards that Fall Damage has put down has been very, very helpful. Given that this is the area that they want to play, they went ahead and predicted that Pot of Greed will want to play there, given how their lineup is. So great job on, let's see here. Great job from Icarus to go ahead and planting the necessary wards for them to spot out these, not the rotation. Oh yeah, spot out the rotation, spot out what they need. Oh, great use of the sentry use, but they did not pick up that one just yet. Oh, got a glimpse of it. Never mind. Nice observer ward in the bottom lane here. I don't feel like any towers have been taken just yet, so this is going to be very intriguing. A 2k lead for Fall Damage. Even though they have a 12-7 kill lead, it doesn't feel like they have taken reins of this game just yet. Alright. Feels like they smoked up. Unsure if they got a glimpse of it. It doesn't feel like they did. So out comes the Dark Ascension. There is the Mortimer Kisses being thrown out. Here's the Haunt coming in. The split from the Welshie. Oh, they're going to go ahead and throw the Chain Frost down. Mercury's getting smacked. Antivirus is on the side here. Oh, great juke from Naya. And the Inkswell helping out. They're going to go ahead and apply the Soulbind. The Avalanche was there to mess up Naya in the back lines. All right. Great job from DDX to go ahead and infest his teammate in Welshie to let him survive just a little bit longer. And he jumps out. He has his eyes on Doc here. And man, DDX is trying to find a way through this. The armlet being very useful. He's going to rage up. Looks like he may get Mercury. No. Running away. He's going to try to run away using the armlet toggles. Out comes the Frost Armor to help him out just a tad bit. Naya's there for support. There's Gree. Gree does have a pot to use. Oh, there's the combination in the awesome toss combo. Oh man, Doc Awesome really knows how to play Tiny right now. So he's taking advantage of wherever he can go and push it to the limits. That's pretty sweet. Okay. So Fall Damage do have a lot of tempo control, like I was suggesting a little bit earlier with Tiny. All right, their main target at this point is DDX. You know, he does have the Sanj already built. It's going to be on the way, which is going to be relatively strong for him, you know. So the SNY is in mind, so it did not go for the Desolator build, even though I felt like that's something that would be okay for him. So Fall Damage with the team win is going to go ahead and take a little bit more control of the map by getting rid of the mid tower there. They do have their eyes on the top tower, so they're throwing antivirus up top. Does have the BKB in mind, so like I said, that's something that he really, really needs to focus on getting right away. And, you know, that Vanguard really helped antivirus stay in a lot of these fights. You know, even though there was a bit of a a nerf on the Vanguard. Vanguard is still very popular in this meta. Still strong. Not overwhelmingly strong as before. We do have an Invis route on Doc Awesome, trying to navigate this area as careful as possible because this outpost will reveal him if he's within range of the of any wards or sentries. Okay, they don't know where he's at. They are pinging him out just a tad bit. I think they did see him, or at least have an idea that he might be there. Oh, that's what it helped out. Okay, the sentry was right there, and he was under vision on everything. Doc Awesome is going to reveal himself. The tier 2 is under siege at the moment. They're trying to bait this out. They know where Doc is. So, like, Doc has a lot of health. In comes the blink. They do have the crippling fear going on. They do have him. And, man, that AoE Silence was able to go ahead and take down Welshi. All right. Oh, they did commit the Morning Word Kisses for that. Oh, I felt like they didn't need that. Okay. So it's a little bit of a topsy-turvy in this situation. They're going to go ahead and sacrifice the bottom tower so they can go ahead and get this tier 2. They don't want to go ahead and commit in trying to defend this tower from the looks of things. So they're going to give this to fall damage. And go ahead and let their Lifestealer do what he needs to do in DDX. Rabas trying to put some semblance of control in the mid area of the map, so that way they have a bit of more of a contest. You know, also gives them more of an entryway into the triangle camp, if we can go ahead and get that wave cleared out and so forth. Great rotation from Red Teasy. He knows that if that mid tower goes down, there's going to be a lot of contesting going on. So it's more along the lines of the ward game at this point. You gave up a whole entire 2 towers in your safe lane. You are definitely protecting your Lifestealer until you feel like he's online, which he is. Not is, but like more or less on the way of burgeoning to getting there. The funny thing is that, you know, you have the armlet, you have SNY. It very feels like a battle mode Lifestealer. So it's not farming Lifestealer. If you have a Battle Fury, it's very much, okay, let him farm up and see what he can do. So you kind of sort of need to take advantage of your own lineup. And the easiest way to do that would be trying to find the heroes that you need to find. All right, they're going to go ahead and apply the Dark Ascension using the Crippling Fear, of course. And they're able to go ahead and get an easy kill on Welshi. They're going to go ahead and cancel out that TP from Rob Boss, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and use himself as a shield of sorts with his Lifestealer on bottom. Which is fine. You know, they can't go high ground just yet. For them to go high ground, they need to do this. This is what they need to do if they want to go high ground. They want to go ahead and grab Roshan, have the Aegis, put that on their big, nasty Spectre. All right, they already have that queued up. The Manta is in the mind of the Spectre, which is pretty standard, more or less. You know. Double damage on him as well. That doesn't help whatsoever. Oh, they smoked up for this. They're going to go ahead and apply the Soulbind. The Haunt is coming out. Oh my god, out comes the Chain Frost and the Stolen Spell. So they got everything going down. Red T is silenced up in the back. He has very little life left. He's going to be... Oh, missed it up a bit. And they're going to get the first kill. All right, 2 heroes down. 4 fall damage. They're going to go stun him up. They're going to go ahead and focus everything on him. Doc Awesome trying to come in for the save. Oh, they were able to go ahead and get Rob Boss, but DDX, he's going to go ahead and infest bomb, but could not get the finish onto Red Teasy. Oh my, that's unfortunate for the side of Pot of Greed. They had a lot invested into this fight. They were able to go ahead and get 1 Aegis, got 2 heroes in return, but they did not get what they needed. So it's more like a push than anything else. It wasn't favorable. They lose 2 heroes. They were able to get the Aegis. So they extended the whole entire game quite a bit, knowing they're up against a Spectre. It would have helped out a lot more if they were able to get the finishing touches on this. Ooh, that has to feel bad. You invested a little bit into this team fight. You know the haunt's down for another 80 seconds. Now it's very much farm mode. You can't take any team fights right now. You really can't, unfortunately. So that's the sucky part right now. You can't take any team fights. You expended all your spells. You know, you're getting your soul bind back. You have another 40 seconds until Welsh can go ahead and use his primal split. You do have the Chain Frost. Oh, the Dream Coil is back online. So you kind of sort of be able to go ahead and take a team fight, but you need another 30 seconds to really commit everything in one basket, especially if you see or have an inclination of what's going on right here. DDX is caught out in a really bad spot. He's going to be telekinesis. He's going to be quickly annihilated right off the bat with no buyback available. Out comes the Mortimer Kisses. This Crippling Fierce messing everything up. Greaves trying to survive. Use the Soul Bind he did. Oh no, this is not looking good for Pot of Greed. Rob Boss trying to find a way out of this. He even committed the Dream Coil for this. Oh no, he's not going to be... Oh, I don't feel like he's going to be happy after that. These are some great rotations coming from the side of Fall Damage. They were able to go ahead and smoke up, infiltrate in the back line over here into the triangle, trying to see if they can catch anybody farming over there. They didn't find anybody, but they had DDX showing in the mid lane. So that was a quick, easy decision for them. You see their carry, you go ahead and take it. And not only that, the Solar Crest has been online for quite a while. Even though DDX has a lot of net worth at right now, it's not good when your 2 is in the bottom portion of the top 5 and all 3 of the enemy cores is in the top 4. So, you know, if you're Pot of Greed, you kind of sort of need to figure something out. And this is the play that they need to do. You smoke up right away. You start invading your own area. Try to look for these kills. You don't have Dream Coil, but you're going to go ahead and try to find something. They're going to go ahead and initiate onto Icarus. They find the kill there. They're trying to go ahead and finish the job onto Mercury, who's going to infest onto Antivirus. Antivirus trying to run away from this one-sided situation. Doesn't want to get caught. Oh, Mercury's going to be caught right here. All right. But do they want to go ahead and try to finish the job onto Antivirus? That is the main question. All right, they're unable to find him. He TPs out safely. So great job from Pot of Greed recognizing that they needed to make a really, really important play. Aw, poor Mercury. That sucks. Well, it's nighttime, so if you're the Night Stalker, you'll be really happy. Because, you know, thanks to your Hunter in the Night, you do quite a bit more. Your attack speed's higher. You can run around a lot faster. Kill people. You know. Well, I'm not entirely sure if they got a glimpse of Antivirus, but I think they may have. So these are the moves that Pot of Greed need to do. And this is what they need to do right now, is like try to look for Ratizi. They need to smoke up again. They do have one available. They have a really good investment in Lifestealer. You know, he's going to be getting his Desolator relatively soon. He's going to go just like chomp on through whoever's like the tankiest right now. So from the looks of things, let's see here. Spectre is really, really armored up. Let's take a look at the Tiny. He has 22 armor. Hell, 19 armor. Hello. What the hell's giving him all that armor? Probably a grow, right? Yeah. So that Desolator is going to chonk on through. Aghanim's on the Brewmaster, so that's a great pickup for Welshi, which means he's going to go ahead and have 2 charges on his Primal Split. Gives him a lot more survivability in all these team fights. Let's see. Puck. Ooh. Also going to go ahead and grab the upgrade on his Dream Coil, which increases damage. From the coil breaks, the coil duration is longer. And not to mention his coil break it goes through BKB, so that's something to keep in mind. They're going to go ahead and smoke up one more time. They're looking for a kill. They do point out that one of the couriers is on its way out, so they know they have something going on over here. At least the bottom area. So they're going to go ahead and take the long way around. While she's smoke broke, he's looking for someone. He sees Icarus. Right, they're going to throw down some wards, double observers, and the Haunts are going out in the back line here. Oh, they found Red Teasy. He's coiled up right now. They're going to go ahead and try to chonk him down real quick, and they're able to do so. Great job from Welshie to keeping Antivirus up in the air. There's 2 down right now, but they're trying to man-fight all of this one-shot situation. Mercury is trying to keep himself hidden. Welshie has a second charge going, and again, they're trying to find their way onto Antivirus, and there's the combo from Doc Awesome getting onto DDX, and they're able to go ahead and win this team fight. Oh no, fall damage is looking pretty in control of the whole entire situation right now. And, you know, thanks to the Miss Panda, well, she is able to go ahead and, you know, get on out of this whole entire situation. So great kiting from fall damage, and great job from the Night Stalker and everybody else to look for their targets. You know, the team was pretty split on that, and Mercury was able to find his necessary targets. And did anybody buy back for that? No, nobody bought back for that. So, but the problem right now is your Lifestealer. He's not living long enough. It kind of feels like you sort of need to protect him. So keep the antivirus away from the Lifestealer, which kind of seems counterproductive, but at the same time, it makes a lot of sense as to why that Crippling Fear can mess him up quite a bit. You need to have one hero right next to him, or at least one unit, so that way he can go ahead and infest, hide himself for a little bit. The Miss Panda from, well, she would be definitely that candidate of a choice, because you can make the Miss Panda go invis and run away, hide. So 2 observer wards down from Icarus, so that feels like a panic mode kind of thing. All right. The longer this game goes for the Lifestealer, I'm not entirely sure he can outfarm Red Teasy. You know, Red Teasy is in second in terms of net worth, but it kind of feels like a Spectre in the late game past the 30-minute mark, or 35-minute mark in this case. It's going to be very difficult for Pot of Greed to compensate for that, given the discrepancy in the net worth at the moment. You know, it's a 12k lead. You need Rob Boss to really find a lot more in this. I do understand why he didn't go for the Blink Dagger right away, given the haunts and everything, and the not even the aggression, but the interesting moves from fall damage. It really prevents him from doing a lot of work with the Blink Dagger. So maybe a Yule's could have been a really good replacement choice in this game, or, well, not replacement choice, but like an alternative item for him to have used. Let's see, Roche should be up again. Oh, it says 20 seconds, so we're going to see in 20 seconds if it's going to be up again. All right, DDX did finish up his Skull Dasher, so, well, he's going to opt out from the Orb of Corrosion and get his Eye of Scotty here. That's very interesting. I do like the choice there. You know, Eye of Scotty has the slow, like the Orb of Corrosion. You know, does apply way more health, obviously. Okay, because it's really stats based. The Eye of Scotty. Oh, over in the mid lane, they found themselves a nice, tasty Rob Boss. Oh, they're going to haunt in the back line here. They're going to see if they can get the kill. Out comes the Inkswell. Oh, the double chain frost and the Soulbind. The BKB ain't doing much, or at least activate at the last moment for antivirus. All right, he's going to go ahead and try to get out right here. And Welshie trying to find someone so he can go ahead and get on. You know, DDX is infested in there, but, oh, no more Primal Split. Oh, DDX found someone. It's going to be Icarus. Spider Legs. He's going to go ahead and rage on through and start whacking away. And first hit, Bash already. Talk about having very good fortune. And a second one. Oh, man. I don't think that was a good trade whatsoever. Oh, they found Doc Awesome. He's going to get lifted up in the air thanks to Mercury. But, oh, man, they're going to slow down Doc Awesome. And thanks to the Glimmer Cape, is able to go ahead and escape with the Blink Dagger. Oh, and another nice quick move from Mercury with the Blink away. So great use with the Glimmer Cape, and man, like, you cannot underestimate Aether Lens. So good. So good. Right now, DDX is like, hey, we got this, right? All right, no Haunt is available, so they can go ahead and challenge this if they wanted to. The Infest is coming out. It kind of feels like Pot of Greed is looking for a nice little pickoff right here. Blink forward from Mercury. All right, the Inkswell is up. The Telekinesis is out. Out comes the Infest Bomb. Can they finish off Mercury, who's going to be dusted up? And there's the Dream Coil. Oh, no. And, oh, my gosh, Red TZ is in a lot of trouble. There's the Soul Bind. Can they throw out the Chain Frost? There's the Silence. They were able to go ahead and get the Snapfire. And, oh, my gosh, this Soul Bind is in a lot of trouble right now. And the BKB is being used while she's in the back line right here. And this Lifesteal trying to man fight and arm the toggle and is unable to do so. Rob Boss is in a whole heap of trouble. But oh no. What looked so great for Pot of Greed instantly turned around and turned into a massive nightmare. Oh man, that BKB from Antivirus is so helpful. Doc Awesome being big and chunky, and Red Teasy being a big boy with an Eye of Scotty as well. The buybacks are available. Satanic has been the choice here from Red Teasy, so I understand there. They're going to give up one set of racks, and thankfully with these lanes pushed out where they're at, none of their second lanes are going to be a-okay, especially the bottom lane, given that they still have a tier 2 there.
That should help.
Man, they just wanted one pick off and it turned into a team fight so they can go ahead and get Roshan. They need to go ahead and, in my opinion, they need to smoke up right now. Do they have any smokes? They do have one. They're smoking up right now. They're taking a quick trip over to the Roshan. And man, it really felt like they could have done some more. Oh, they're going to go ahead and break the smoke there thanks to Mercury. Out comes the Illusory Orb. They do know. Oh, there's the Ascension. They're going to go ahead and Telekinesis. Out comes the Haunt. A quick kill onto Rob Boss. He can buy back if he needs to. He's not going to do so, though. It's going to be conservative on that.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Oh, this Roshan's going to go down. And oh, who's going to get the shards? Who's going to get the shards? Who's getting the shards? Oh, they're giving the shards to the Tiny. He's gonna Tree Grab has no charge limit. Oh. He just needs to grab Tree just once and just chuck it. This is not good. This is not good if you're Pot of Greed. That second Roshan was so very important. Right now, it's all about sieging time for fall damage. Oh, blink forward with a Telekinesis. They want to go ahead and get Greed, but he's going to go ahead and Glimmer Cape himself away. He's going to go ahead and use his oh, never mind. He's going to be gone on, and oh no. Oh, that toss and that follow-up from Antivirus was great. Oh no, they lost Greed, but the battle Lifestealer's in, trying to kill someone, trying to find someone. He found Antivirus, but Doc Awesome with the toss avalanche combo and that Chain Frost doing its work. Can they kill? And they get Doc. All right, there's Welshie in the back, in the front lines right here, trying to find Red Teasy. Red Teasy, Fire Snap Cookie. He does have the Aegis, so trying to see if they can get the kill right now. But Antivirus is being a nice little shield. Oh, dude, can they get Red Teasy? Can they get him? Oh my gosh. Oh no. He's going to get away. He's dusted. Oh, can he get away? They're going to go ahead and use the Rod of Atos. They finally got the first Aegis. He is surviving for quite a while. Antivirus is right there. He can show up one more time. He's going to go ahead and go on Rob Boss. Rob Boss. Oh no, he's going to go down as well. DDX is right there trying to man fight this. Welshie trying to move on over. He has one charge available. Oh, they're going to go ahead and throw DDX all over the place right now. DDX, he's going to be going down. Buyback is available. Grease in the back line going to go get on by Antivirus. He's using his Glimmer Cape to try to get away. Inkswell is up. The Crippling Fear, the BKB is being used. It's not going to go through for the stun. Red Teasy finishing off the job. Oh man, Antivirus is so key in this fight. That BKB being very useful in all of these team fights. Oh no. You're looking at this and it doesn't look good. You know, most of this game, DDX has been on top. Welshie initiating on this. The Crippling Fear is coming out. But man, Antivirus barely surviving the Haunt coming out. Can Antivirus survive? No, he's unable to do so. Welshie, do you have a charge? He does not. 1 minute out. Out comes the Chain Frost. Does it feel like fall damage is overstaying? Doesn't feel like they are. Doc Awesome getting rid of these wards. Oh man, but that great infest. That great infest from DDX being able to keep their Lich alive in all of this team fighting. Oh, that was so clutch from DDX being helpful. He is going to go for a Divine Rapier. I think it might be a little too early. Maybe? Does maybe? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is something that you know what? If this is a play that they're doing to go ahead and try to more or less like win, then it's all, props to them. Right? That's what they're doing. It's all in on this. They're going to go ahead and just commit to it. So they need to keep DDX hidden for quite a bit. They can't show him over in this lane, this area, because that's warded up to hell. So they're going to see the Divine Rapier right off the bat, and that's going to be like the worst thing. They have some great heroes for pickup on this, and mainly in Puck, like, like Yule's, Blink Dagger, whatever. Like, you need to do what you need to do. Great choice in wanting to grab the Aeon Disc, because, like, you're in, like, a lot of trouble so often with Puck against this lineup. The Night Stalker is just a bit too much. 6 seconds of like spell immunity. You need to drop down that coil, really get away so that way he stays stuck in one place, that kind of thing. But given that he has like 3k health, the Spirit Vessel, the Orb of Destruction being there, it kind of feels like Antivirus doesn't care. So that's something you have to keep in mind if you're Antivirus. Like, if you go ahead and snap that coil, you're going to commit to it. So might as well. It also goes through the BKB. So you really can't, that's, you got to time it well. You'd rather get Dream Coil first, snap it, and then BKB. But, oh, they found Well. She's going to go ahead and get Telekinesis up. The Blink forward from the Antivirus. They're going to go ahead and commit to all of this. The Hunt is going out. They're trying to find him in the backline. They did find him. He's gazed up quite a bit. They're going to go ahead and commit everything to this fight. Can they get the kill on him? Oh, no. Red Easy using the damn cheese. At the last second, they have DDX lifted up. Can he go ahead and infest someone? And the Divine Reaper's on the deck. Who picked it up is the question. Oh, they gave it to Doc Awesome, who's soul binded. But man, this Chain Frost was able to take out 2 heroes. But they're buying back from Gree. And Gree's the only last man surviving this whole entire situation. And they're just going to call it GG. Well played.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So game 1 goes, does this game have fall damage? No, excuse me, sorry, my apologies about that. I have not eaten. Hey. Ooh, they went all in on the Divine Rapier, and that's what they got in return. Alright, that is game 1. Between fall damage and Pot of Greed. So we're going to be really excited to see how the rest of this series will play out. I am going to take a small little tiny break at the moment so I can go ahead and grab some more tea and play you some music. I will be back though. There we go.
It's nice, it has a lot of space. You have to really trust yourself, I think, to give something space. To not fill it up with something clever or technical or, impressive in some way. just be like, here I am, here's my feeling. Here's my feeling, here's my heart.